Greetings, Eric Packer, naturopath, author of Candida Crusher. Thanks for checking out my video today. Thank you so much for all the wonderful feedback. I'm building up the Candida Crusher channel. Eventually we're going to have so many more videos on this. I'm answering lots and lots of frequently asked questions from patients from all over the world. I have currently patients now in over 70 countries around the world approaching me with all kind of yeast infection problems, but also questions they'd like answered. Here's a question I got from a lady in Spain. Spain's quite an interesting country. It's incredible how many people in Spain and Portugal and also South America, these sort of Latin countries, have got yeast infection. In fact, Brazil's one of the top areas I see lots of patients. So this lady's asking me, Eric, why is the Candida Crusher diet in 3 stages? Excuse me, why not just have one stage? Well, I'm going to explain to you why I've devised this diet over many, many years and thousands of patients to be in 3 parts. This will give you a good understanding. I believe that when people come to see me with a problem with yeast infection, we first have to clean them up. And if you look at my book, Candida Crusher, you can get a copy of this at candidacrusher.com. You'll find that I like what's called the big cleanup. This is to get people to tidy up their diet, basically, to get them away from coffee, tea, alcohol, and these sorts of foods. So this is usually about a 10-14 day period where we sort of give people like a warning, for want of a better word. All right, we get them down off this diet. This is going to seriously diminish the ability for the body to produce a strong Candida die-off. All right, we're not eradicating Candida, but we're basically cutting back on the foods and beverages that help to feed yeast infection up and that contribute to dysbiosis and a lot of gut dysfunctions. So we're gently easing them into the diet. After this 14-day period, we put them on the first stage, which is the MEVI diet: meat, eggs, vegetables, and yogurt. Nothing new. This diet was devised by Dr. John Trowbridge back in the 80s. It's a very good Candida approach, which I've used for many years. So you can read about MEVI diet again in my book or on yeastinfection.org. MEVI diet lasts for 2 to 3 weeks, sometimes a month. And then I move them into stage 2, which is the low allergy diet or the hypoallergenic diet. Now we're going to take away potentially allergenic foods from the gut, ease up on digestion by reducing the amount of circulating immune complexes in the body. So most patients with Candida have got leaky gut syndrome. You need to read up on leaky gut on either ericbacker.com or on yeastinfection.org and familiarize yourself fully with what leaky gut is. Medical practitioners don't believe in leaky gut, but then again, medical practitioners don't believe in a lot of things. A lot of them don't even believe that adrenal fatigue exists or yeast infection exists. But I don't really care what medical practitioners think, to be honest. I care about what my patients present with and how I can help them. So the low allergy diet has a very, very profound effect on reducing, again, once more, the ability for the body to create major die-off, because we're taking away foods that challenge the immune system. We're reducing the amount of antibody antigen complexes in the bloodstream. We're giving the immune system breathing space so it can actually start fighting the Candida itself and the metabolites. And if you think about it, it's quite a clever approach, because at the same time we're working on your lifestyle, okay? We're pointing out in my book and my writings, we're showing you how stress affects the body and how to reduce the impact of stress and adrenal and thyroid exhaustion on the body. We're boosting immunity by changing the diet. And then stage 3 of the diet is the reintroduction, where we're starting to get you back down, to common ground again. You're going to be including the foods that you like to eat. The foods you introduce the first are the foods that you tend to eat but not desire the most. The foods we introduce the last are the foods that you like eating the most. Now that is quite commonsensical from where I'm sitting, because I believe that people often eat the foods and desire the most, which give them the most amount of grief. Junk, alcohol, sodas, sugars, all this sort of stuff that we love to eat, but it's not good for us. Now those are foods we don't introduce for well down the track until you've fully recovered. So you're going to write down on a list of paper all the foods that you eat, for example, and have 2 columns: what I love to eat, what I like to eat. Okay, so the foods you love to eat the most, we bring those in a bit later down the track. Now mind you, these 2 columns are the one of the foods that we've taken out at the onset, at the beginning stage, okay, if that makes any sense. You can read about the 3 stages to the Candida Crusher diet much more fully in the Candida Crusher book, chapter 7. particularly section 1. It's about 120 pages just on this alone, so very comprehensive. So I hope that explains to you in Spain, the lady in Spain, about why the 3 stages of the diet. It's a logical progression of how I ramp the diet up, and generally the 3-stage diet can take anywhere between 2 months up to 4 months. 4 months is about the average period of time I find that most people with Candida improve. Certainly not 24 hours like some ridiculous websites claim, you know. So I hope that answers your question, and thanks for tuning into this video today. Thank you.